Hello everyone, it's Gwathorn from Gwathorn's Games, and today I am going to be running the Houses of Rest. Which is running it as a 2-player instance on level with my level 139 Loremaster. So let's get straight into it. I'll show you the rest as we get there.
Deep in the pit of stone jaws, a grand tomb holds the remains of many ancient dwarf lords of Gunjara. The necromancer Lotro, now empowered with the spirit of Drugos, has returned to raise an army and claim her vengeance upon all who have wronged her.
Okay,
Yes.
So we have a summoning horn which we will need to use to bring in the extra tank. So I'm running this with the summoned creature and my bear, because I would like to run a basically run 2 tanks. So I've basically got a lot of area of effect abilities on here, on these 2 legendary items, with damage over time and single target attack damage, mainly because of the Wizard's Fire and Burning Embers and Gust of Wind, the combination that brings those up. And I'm running redline with enough blue to get down to a little bit of morale exchange if I get hit with crits and things like that. So basically, and my gear has been picked up from things like the Den of Pugluk and Assault on the Stock and places like that, and some Morgul, Harrowing of Morgul. But let's go. Okay, so now, being a Loremaster, I will try to use as much self-healing as possible and keep out of the way. There are 6 dwarves that need to be taken out in the starting area before that gate over there will open. So you've got to take those out. So as long as I've taken those down, we should be fine. Okay, let's get a bit of stun. That's 4, and there should be 2 more actually at the door. Okay, so let's go. So I'm just backing up to try and give the tanks their opportunities to take damage, to take the critter. And here we have Loremaster, who will start the first boss fight. Okay, they're all in the door. Let's get this going.
At last, you have arrived. Not all of the dwarf vermin, I see. Well, I should have liked to claim Owsma and Horan's beards as well, but you, taking your hand will be enough for one day's work.
Yeah, you can see that I have no raid locks active, so I can get both of the chests from the 3 chests from the Houses of Rest.
Of course, you would come.
You need to do the discovery location for this.
The villain's evil plans. Done it time and time again. But what you fail to see is that I will be the hero
pick up.
of my people.
So, Loremaster will bring 4 dwarves in. I'm going to be doing as much kiting as possible with the Loremaster, because I don't really want to get into the battle. I've got a tank bear and I've got an extra summoned critter to do most of my tanking. I actually have a tank ability with the bear, the Roaring Challenge, if I get in trouble. But I will try my best to AoE and keep my distance while self-healing.
Uh-oh. How amusing that the dwarves would meet their end at the hands of their
The
own.
gate will go up and the battle will start.
I think we're going to have to fight our way out. Why does it keep getting worse?
I've got to have the wizard's fire going to get the extras that come from having a pet. Okay, let's go start with some AoEs. And you can see most of the time okay, we'll go for a third one's in there, so we'll go for a third attack. Okay, let's do a bit of growling. Keep going with the AoEs as much as possible. So this is the 2-player version. Okay, I'm going to heal some of the wounds. Do another AoE. Back up. Okay, down to 1. Do some of the single target things. And that is the first of the bosses. Give myself a bit of healing. Now this tends to drop. Okay, I've got some pants, but I think that's critical or finesse. I think, or nice critical. That is nice finesse. I might just keep that for later. Okay. So it'll drop, the 2-player version does drop the level of the instance that you set it at. So I've got some nice gear. It's bound to account. So at some point I will be able to run these to other lighter armoured characters if I want, if I put it into storage. But I'll put in the description what it drops, because I haven't run it really often enough to get a full list, because I can't really rely on the Lotro wiki at this point, because Lotro wiki says it does pretty much all the jewellery except the pocket and most of the gear, most of the armour, but I don't actually believe that. Okay, yeah, we got Kirstig. Okay, we got Kirstig. I can summon the bear. So I'll put in the description what I've seen as drops, but a lot of jewellery does drop and a lot of gear does drop from this. And you can see that I'm almost level 140, so this is the kind of thing normally with all my characters. When I get to level 140, I tend to stop playing them until the level cap goes up. So this will probably be one of the last things I do with this character until the next expansion comes out. And I'll probably get level 139 drops even though the character goes up to level 140. But you can see that I'm doing this reasonably well on level, the 2-player version of it, so I'm not particularly fussed. As long as I kite things properly, I should be okay. The bosses are the main problem, as you would expect. And of course, the more higher the level the armour I get from these kind of drops, so Assault on Durstak, the Den of Buckluck, this one, the Houses of Rest, all from Gundabad expansion. But as well as that, we've got Harrowing of Morgul, the Shadow's Roost, which is also from Minas Morgul, and Sarge Vaughn, which is one of the from the most recent expansion. Okay, let's keep going. Now I've got the range extension on this. It says one of the traceries, mainly because I like being able to start battles at range. Look at the Loremaster. Okay, what happened to this guy? Where is it? There he is. Come back. So you can lose these quite frequently if you're not careful. You have to resummon them. Okay, so I'll bring my bear's food, which is nice armor and increased threat, and some mitts as well as my own food. So I'm really trying to get the bear to be a tank, to act as a tank. I'll get rid of that again so I can go back to the DPS. DPS is not too bad. And about 13% of the damage that I'm doing is actually being done by the pet or the summoned companion.
I swear, I see one more desecrated corpse. So what am I saying? Of course I do. We're after a necromancer.
Okay, and we now have the second of the second of the bosses. Okay, again, I'm going to be I'm going to be kiting as much as possible. And dropping as much AoE as possible, keeping my healing up. I really only have one useful healing ability, which is the Water Law, but as long as it goes, I should be fine. Okay, as long as I keep out of the mess, I should be fine. Keep away from as much as possible. Again, okay, I'll get some aggro. Get the bear to take the aggro. Thank you very much. Drop a few more area of effects. Yeah, as long as the bear's got aggro, I'm happy. Let's keep dropping everything. We can do a corruption removal. The bear's really holding that aggro, it's great. Okay, and that's why you have a bear. That's why the Loremaster has a bear. So, essentially 2 tanks. Kirstig acts as an extra healer, I think, as well as a tank in these, which is good. And there's the chest. So let's see what drops here. Oh, can't do it in combat. You've got to wait a couple of seconds for that to actually finish. Okay, let's see what we've got. We have some gloves, which are better than the gloves that I've got, which is great. And I think I may even have a delving. I'll put that in another time. Because I've got a slot to put that in, but I will wear those immediately because that's definitely better than what I've got. Okay, and we will, so that's gloves and legs that have dropped just in this one. And we'll move on to the third boss. Now these are elites, so they're a little bit stronger. I probably shouldn't have taken both of them on at the same time, but you can see that the Loremaster is doing good on level content with not with ease, but is doing it, not dying all the time. As long as the gear is up to date, it should be fine. Okay, let's drop one of those. And let's just go through a little bit of the routine for shooting the single target. And here we have the final boss. Got both of them in, that's good. So we have to fight this. And it'll start when he knocks all those out of the way. But again, I will be kiting as much as possible, keeping out of all of the way, or everything, while I drop as many AoEs as possible. Good. Okay, we have them holding aggro. So now I burn it down as much as possible. Keep the healing up. Keep the wizard's fire up. Take as much out as possible. If it turns round to me, then I will come back and try and get the aggro taken back to the bear. Oops, get out of there. As long as I keep away from it, I should be fine. And almost. Nice having a bear tank. And that's the three of them. So we can watch the dialogue going up above. And I am just about to hit 140. I'm just low. I've got a tracery dropped.
She's gone. Does that mean we won?
Yes, it does. We won. And let's see what we get. We didn't get anything that time. That's okay. That happens. But yeah, so that is the Houses of Rest. As I said, I will put a more complete list of drops as they come through. But thank you for leave the instance. Thank you for watching. And I will catch you in the next video. By that stage, I would expect that my Loremaster will actually have reached 140 and will, as I said, retire until the level cap comes up. Okay, thanks everyone for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye all.